order.
The Speaker, I didn't mean to interrupt Senator Malala, but to start with, Mr. Speaker, is making comments pursuant to your generosity and on application of Standing Order number 1. Ordinarily, we would not have gone this direction. The matter would have ended and we go home. And since he's doing so, you say that because of the importance of the impeachment of governor, I would suggest, Mr. Speaker, with your direction, that Senator Malala forgets about all this introduction, about who is a member of the committee, when did it start, who are the lawyers, who are the parties, and then go to the substratum, Mr. Speaker, the real issues that happen, so that then we can apply this short time, this window you've created, for purpose of the salient issues. Otherwise, his time will be wasted on things that we know. We know there is a governor, there was an MCA, there were lawyers, there was hearing, there was hardis. Let him just go to, this is the things the committee were faced as challenges, and they ended up making this recommendation because of this. That way, we'll use this time more quality than the recitals he's making. The rest we can read for ourselves.
Okay, Senator Malala, utilize your time properly, the 15 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, you've given me 15 minutes. It is my prerogative to know how to use the 15 minutes. You cannot limit me on the time and again tell me how to spend the 15 minutes. So, Senator Murkomen, kindly allow me to discharge my duty as the chairperson of the Select Committee. Mr. Speaker, sir, I will go directly to the charges against Governor Anne Waiguru. There were two main charges leveled against the governor, which are gross violation of the Constitution and other laws, and abuse of office and gross misconduct. To support the first charge, the County Assembly made the following allegations. 1, failure to deliver the annual State of the County address for financial year 2018-2019 to the County Assembly. 2, undermining the authority of the County Assembly. 3, violation of Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015 and the Public Finance Management Act of 2012. To support the second charge of abuse of office and gross misconduct, the County Assembly made the following allegations. 1, violation of Section 46 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act. 2, improper conferment of a benefit on a public officer. 3, disregard of the recommendation of the County Public Service Board regarding the remuneration of members of the Board of Kirinyaga Investment Authority, payment of KIDA board members outside the IFMIS and county government payroll, and payment of interest amounting to more than 14 million paid to Mr. Francis Muriithi Kariuki. And lastly, violation of the right to health of the people of Kirinyaga. Mr. Speaker, allow me to address this House on the issue of the threshold that is required to impeach the governor. The issue of the threshold for impeachment is complex and does not contain a simple mathematical formula. During the Senate's consideration of the report of the special committee investigating the removal of the governor of Kericho, on 3rd June 2014, the Senate adopted the committee's recommendation that the threshold for impeachment should take into account the following consideration. 1, the allegation must be serious, substantial, and weighty. 2, the violation must be a flagrant and glaring violation. 3, there must be a nexus between the violation and the governor. 4, the violation must have led to harm, loss, or damage to society. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, the violation must have led to a loss of dignity in the office held and loss of confidence or trust in the person holding office to carry out the functions of that office with integrity and accountability. The threshold was also used by the Senate in the subsequent consideration of the proposed removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Mwangi Wairia, the governor of Muranga County, in November 2015. This special committee adopted the above threshold for removal of Governor Anne Waiguru as adopted by the Senate on 3rd June 2015. Mr. Speaker, in the course of its investigation of this matter, the special committee has observed a number of issues which, though outside the specific charge.
Order?
Mr. Speaker, Senator Malala has made a very serious statement about the Senate adopting particular criteria in the case of Kericho in 2014 and subsequently in the case of Muranga. It would be erroneous if it goes to the public that, Mr. Speaker, the Senate adopted any of that procedure, because it was not the Senate. The Senate did not have the opportunity, because the governors were cleared, to adopt any of those procedures. Contrary to his assertion, it is actually the committee in its report that came up, Mr. Speaker, with that criteria, which report was not adopted by the House because Section 33 of the County Government Act does not allow the House to adopt. If it goes to the public out there that there is a set criteria by this House based on those two reports of Kericho and Muranga, it will create the impression that this particular committee found itself a cover to come and explain the clearance of the governor using a report of a committee which was not adopted by this House, but rather which was used by the committee, a criteria used by the committee to clear certain governors. So I'd like, Mr. Speaker, you to rule whether it is in order for Senator Malala to use the word adopted by the Senate instead of saying used by the relevant committee.
Senator Malala, I think it's a matter of semantics. Semantics, you know.
Mr.
Proceed.
Speaker, in English, we have what we call synonyms. So you'll allow me today to please my friend, Honorable Murkomen, to use a synonym for adopted. So I will say that the committee did not adopt, but the committee used the precedents of the previous committees. That is what we call synonym in English. In the course of its investigation of this matter, the special committee has observed a number of issues, which, though outside the specific charges made against Governor of Kirinyaga, are garment to the totality of the situation of Kirinyaga County and merit the attention of the Senate. Mr. Speaker, sir, the committee observes that the proceedings before it has exposed acrimonious, contemptuous, and cold relationship between the county assembly on one hand and the county government on the other, on the other hand, that threatens to grind the county
Senator
to a halt.
Cherargei, where are you? What's your point of order?
Because this house is a house of record, it was very important that you make yourself pronounce on the ruling on whether we can, in the past, because there are many reports that are never adopted in this house, that we can use as a threshold, because the perception we are creating is that Senate has its own criteria that is not within the standing orders or the Constitution or the county government, that is being used as a cover by this special committee. So, Mr. Speaker, it's important you rule so that it goes to records, because it's important for us and the future generation. I thank you.
Okay, I think Senator Malala has explained himself and cleared. So we have said, he has avoided saying it adopted the report and said it used the previous precedents. So let us proceed, Honorable Senator. Senator Murkomen.
Mr. Speaker, the point of orders exists for a particular reason in this House. And so it must not look like we are being or we are irritating people by raising these issues. Senator Malala, in his reading of Kericho and Muranga, and the record bears me witness, Mr. Speaker, said, we used the criteria adopted by the Senate, not the committee. And I explained myself very clearly, Mr. Speaker, that where